If it is or if it ain't, it's gonna come out. Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love. Your daily dose of inspiration, not juice. It is September the 16th, 2023, and today the topic is more precious than rubies. Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday and happy anniversary to me and my husband. Y'all know that the Dario Says Senior. Yeah, man. Those of y'all that follow me on social media, you already know what today is because I've already put out my sentiments to you all. Y'all can follow me, Actress Miracle Sims. Keep up with everything I got going on, but. Yeah, man, I am grateful for this day, y'all. Today marks 7 years. 7 years of marital bliss, as they say. Yeah, man, I was reflecting on us this morning and everything like that. And one of the things I was thinking about to share with y'all is that every now and then I'll joke with my husband, because in the beginning, like when we first met, outside of us talking and whatnot, like one of the first things I did was gave him my book, which was not published at the time. It was just typed, and I gave it to him to read. And he said he read it. I'm not saying that he didn't. I'm just saying I don't know. I didn't see him read it. I gave it to him. He, was in his apartment with KCB. So I'm gonna, go with what he told me. Anywho, he said he read it and whatnot. And one of the reasons I joke about that is because sometimes when I think about like, okay, so somehow you read my book and you decided that you wanted to be that guy. And it's kind of like, what made you decide that you wanted to do that? You know what I mean? Because, obviously anybody that reads my book, that basically I had high hopes for this husband. You know what I mean? I had high hopes for, what our love life would be like and all these different type of things. So just thinking like for him to actually read the book and decide that, yes, that's me. I don't know, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for it, but I joke about it because I'm like, I don't know, you could have ran for the hills, you know what I'm saying? You could have been like, nah, you know what, this girl's a little bit too, she done romanticize marriage, she done romanticize whatever, you know what I mean? Like, he could have said anything. But he decided, right, to, I guess, embark on this journey of life with me. And now it's 7 years of marriage, man. We got a 4-year-old. And it's just, I don't know, it blows my mind every day. I'm thankful. No, neither one of us is perfect. I'm not perfect. He's not perfect. But at the end of the day, like, I do feel like he's perfect for me. And I see that exercise, every day and things like that. And so, I mean, it's a blessing. It's truly a blessing. And so with that being said, I mean, again, those of y'all that follow on social media and whatnot, you may know this, but this will be a formal announcement to those that listen to the juice, is that on this 7th anniversary, we have announced I should have put the logos, so my bad, but we have announced a new show that we're going to be doing. I know I've been teasing this idea about doing a dating show. Well, now I guess it's technically official. The show will be called Virtue Date, and we are casting, y'all. So I put out, an email out there. You guys send us your emails, send us some general information as well, like as a little video, saying what you're looking for and things of that nature. You guys can find the post on our Facebook and whatnot. So if you guys are single, you know what I'm saying, and you guys, want to try something new, then yeah, join us, man. Join us. We want to create an experience for you guys, a virtual virtue dating experience. So yeah, the show is going to be called Virtue Date, and I announced the casting technically today on this our 7th anniversary. So you know what I'm saying? Let's spread the love, you know what I'm saying? Let's have the overflow of love and bliss and whatnot. Prayerfully spill over to you all and everything like that. And thank you. Thank you to everyone that has already shown us love on our anniversary. I'm excited because we're supposed to be going to dinner this evening and everything like that. Those of y'all that's watching, y'all see your girl, you know what I'm saying? This isn't technically the style. My hair is still kind of like, so apparently these are what they call why is things out of my head right now? Pipe cleaners. And so my hair is still in the pipe cleaners right now, but I'm gonna let them down tonight, you know what I'm saying? So I try to take some photos for y'all just in case y'all want to see and things like that. But yeah, we're going to go. I call tonight's experience, it's gonna be me and you fondue. We're gonna go have fondue at the melting pot if the Lord's will. And so yeah, that's the plan. That's the anniversary plan. But yes, I'm excited. I'm excited about it and everything like that. If you're interested in Virtue Date, let me see if I got the email on here. Y'all just email us at, is it on here? I'm looking for it, but it's, yeah, there it goes. GodSexAndLove@gmail.com. So those that are listening to the podcast, if you guys want to be on Virtue Date, email us at godsexandlove@gmail.com. I don't have any of the instructions in front of me, but basically just email your name, age, location, also like, and send in a video, talk, introduce yourself and what your desire is, things of that nature. But yeah, just find it on social media, y'all. Find the post on social media, and y'all should see all the little information. But, anyway. So that's a sneak peek at yesterday, because yesterday I went and got my hair done. Y'all, another thing about yesterday, even though it's just special to me. So right next to where I get my hair done now is this red velvet cake restaurant. And well, it's like a little, it's in a mall basically, so it's like a kiosk or however you want to say. And I've been looking at it and stuff, but you know how I feel about red velvet. I'm over here like, listen, not too many people make the red velvets the way that I like red velvet. So I'm like, y'all say y'all red velvet mama or whatever the name of the place is, but I'm like, But I actually tried them out yesterday, and you know what? It's miracle approved. Their red velvet cake is miracle approved. I'm like, boom, there's a place right there, readily available, and now I know. So yeah, I'm excited about that as well. That's something that happened yesterday outside to get my hair done. Anything else of importance to share about yesterday? Yes, let me tell y'all. Ooh, anniversary gift, y'all. The Lord gave me an anniversary gift yesterday, y'all. Man, y'all know I got my business Miracle Plays, right? Okay. Well, long story short, and I know I told y'all maybe like a week or so ago, actually the week of my birthday, I told y'all I had a meeting. I don't know if I told y'all the details about it, but I told y'all I had a meeting. Well, y'all, to God be the glory. Listen. All I know is this is what had happened on my end. So I'm thinking about our anniversary weekend. I'm thinking about in a couple of weeks that it's NJ's birthday. Obviously, my husband's birthday is like right after his. I'm thinking about all this stuff that's coming up, and I'm over here like, Lord, okay, I see my check from the church, which I'm grateful. So grateful for the church, you know what I'm saying? But it is a part-time position, you know what I'm saying? So, anywho, so I'm looking at the check that I got from the church that came in yesterday. And I'm like, ooh, get my hair done. And then, I want to be able to contribute tonight, just in case, because I don't want my husband to be like, ooh, Lord, you know what I'm saying? So, if I got to go Dutch, I'm willing to go Dutch, is what I'm saying. But anywho, so basically I'm looking at all these different things, and I'm thinking about all these things, and I guess praying, like, Lord, well, by the grace of God, I know the situation at the church is weekly, so that's a blessing, this check is pretty much gone with me getting my hair done. I'm sitting here thinking about all these things. And this thing I know, I get a notification. And I was like, wait a minute. Is this what I think it is? I go and look at my invoices, y'all, for my business, and there go a deposit. I said, what? To God be the glory. Listen, the deposit is for Your girl has been booked for next. It's for February, and it's gonna be in February. But the Griffin Opera House has booked your girl and my business to come and create a show. So this is a show from scratch. Okay, I gotta create a show for a mystery dinner experience at the Griffin Opera House for February 2024. And listen, y'all, the way they talking is they want to do things quarterly. Now I'm believing that once they have a miracle plays experience, you never know, it might become monthly or something. We're gonna see what the Lord do. But y'all, to get that yesterday was unexpected, because after my meeting I hadn't heard from them. And something's going wrong with my email. My business email isn't even receiving emails. So I've been trying to reach out to them like, hey, I sent over the information, but something's wrong with my email. If y'all want to contact me this way or that way. And, I reached out maybe like 2 extra times. And then I was like, I'm not going to keep, bugging them about it, X, Y, and Z. So I hadn't heard anything from them directly. Until yesterday, I got the notification that they done sent a deposit. To God be the glory. Listen, y'all, listen. And on one hand, the thing that came in my mind was like, I shouldn't even worry at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I done told y'all this, like, I'm not saying that, how can I say this? Like, stuff has been happening like this a lot. I don't know if it's just this year, but I would just say in general, but I feel like definitely this year, because abundance 2023, listen. But, stuff like this has been happening to where it's like, not to be like, I was looking for, because I wasn't, I was like, because I hadn't heard from them, and I was already like in my mind, what I was thinking yesterday before that happened, I was like, you know what, I still technically got Monday through Wednesday available to do something else. So I was like, I could, I'm sitting here thinking of ways that I can like try to create another hustle from home, or I know that I'm supposed to start doing childcare at the church again on Wednesdays, which will be like some Wednesdays I'm doing childcare, and then some Wednesdays I'm doing Madam Miraculous. So that's something about Wednesdays. But I'm like, there's still Monday and Tuesday that I could technically do something else that could bring in some income. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the stuff I'm thinking about, because I know there's just so many things that I'm working on. But the Lord done showed up and showed out again, y'all. Listen, when you get in, I hope this is encouraging and inspiring to you. When you get into the position that God put you in, you might be confused every now and then. You might be like, man, none of this don't make sense. But when he come through, y'all. So that was a blessing that happened yesterday. I had to come tell y'all about that, man. But yeah. So listen, a pre-anniversary gift yesterday, man. Speaking of gifts, man, I know y'all like, man, Miracle, when you gonna get to the juice? I'm gonna get to the juice. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Basically, I wanted to just remind y'all that the episode that aired last night with Miss Amanda Blackwood, make sure I'm saying her name right. Yes, Amanda Blackwood. Amazing, touching testimony. If y'all missed it, y'all can catch it on the God, Sex, and Love website. It should be our featured video. Amazing testimony. Trauma survivor. If you're dealing with any kind of trauma and things of that nature, you guys should check out that episode and maybe even hit her up for her services and whatnot. But powerful testimony happened last night. So, all right. So let's get into this conversation, y'all. More precious than rubies. How did I get to this today? So, well, I would say that this morning I technically woke up around 1:24. Because my husband had a meeting. He had came back. So by the time he came back, it kind of woke me up or whatever. By kissing a girl. I get waking up by true love's kiss. Anywho, so it was 1:24 when I looked at my phone. And so I made a note of it. I think I might have went back to sleep. I can't remember. Maybe not. And then when I went to look into it, I looked up verses. The verses were good. There were about 3 verses that I came across for 1:24. But I went to the Strong's Concordance. And when I went to the Strong's Concordance, one of the words under that number 124 meant ruby. And so I went a little deeper about the word ruby and obviously the gemstone, things of that nature. And so this is what I found in reference to ruby. It says, the most precious of all gemstones. I know in one person, I think they called it like the king of gemstones. And it says, in the Bible, only wisdom and virtuous women are basically considered to be more precious than rubies. So I'm like, interesting. Especially on this my anniversary, I'm like, ooh, okay, Lord, is that for me? Not to say we gonna talk about me in a minute. Anyway, another thing that I made a note of that I quote unquote learned as I was looking into this was diamonds are considered to be more common than rubies. And then obviously, rubies also represent the divine sacrifice of Christ on the cross. So these are different things that I came across when I looked into Ruby this morning and everything like that. And so I went a little deeper. Y'all know I went over to gotquestions.org and looked up Bible verses at openbible.info and all that type of stuff. The Bible verses, let me go to openbible.info real quick. Those Bible verses, I didn't feel led to write them down in their entirety, but I did put them in the Go Deeper section. Y'all can look at them and peruse them at your leisure. It's Proverbs 3:13 through 15, and then also Proverbs 31:10 through 12. All right, listen. So, okay. That Proverbs 31 woman, if there's any other women out there, do y'all find Proverbs 31 woman to be intimidating? Like, do y'all find her to be intimidating? Like, I know I talked about her in the past here on the juice, and and I feel like as I read those verses, I'm like, ooh, okay, that sounds a little bit like me, but then there's things that you like, ooh, I can get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't completely me, but I can see some things. I might have some things in common with the Proverbs 31 woman, things of that nature, but I mean, she up there. You know what I'm saying? She do a lot. She got a lot. That yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it can be intimidating, right? To think about like having to be this type of woman, and everything like that. Now, even she isn't perfect, right? Because she isn't Christ. So let's put that on the table. Because look, we've all sinned and fallen short. But I think the whole thing is it's like an example of the type of woman that we should be, right? Or wife, or whatever the case may be. And also the type of woman or wife that a man should look for, and things of that nature. That's what I was receiving as I was going deeper about all of these things. And so obviously, again, I went to gotquestions.org. There's plenty of articles centered around this, but the ones that I focused on today, one of them was called "What Does It Mean to Be More Precious Than Rubies?" And then the other two that I was looking at is one is saying, what can we learn from the virtuous woman in Proverbs 31? And then last but not least, the one I took a look at this morning was, what does it mean to be a woman of God? Again, I know that all of those things can be, again, very daunting or maybe intimidating. I feel like a lot of women today, including myself, maybe, may struggle with being this type of woman. Now I feel like when I'm reading about her, I feel like she's very empowered as well. Like, so that's why I can't subscribe or condone or co-sign or whatever the case may be. I can't like agree with the idea that women are less than or whatever when it comes to the Bible. Like yeah, there is a divine order, and I know we talked about the other day about what was it? What was it? We talked about the honor hierarchy and things of that nature, right? Like there's order, and things like that. But when you look at this woman, like she's doing a lot of things. Like one of the things that really stand out to me as I read about Proverbs 31 woman is that she's very business savvy. Like she's out here buying land. She's out here, having, not say hustles, but I mean, she's doing stuff. So it ain't like she's just only, subservient or something like that. It's like she's willingly and happily doing all the things. So anywho, so let's take a closer look, right? Let's take a closer look at the qualities of a wife of noble character. And I hope this will encourage and inspire each and every one of us. Obviously, I guess if you're a man listening to me, hopefully this will encourage you and inspire you on the type of woman to desire or look for. And then if you're a woman, perhaps this will encourage you and inspire you on the type of woman to be. And again, I'm not sitting here trying to act like I'm all of everything. You know what I'm saying? Now, I might got a few things, and we might touch on that if I feel led to go. But here we go. So these are the things that I, after reading, I think it was the first article I told you all about. These are the things that stood out to me to share in regards to the qualities of a wife or of noble character. Okay, so these are the things it was listing. It was saying that she's trustworthy, she's virtuous, she's supportive and encouraging. Can I stop right there? Like, I know, like when I talk to some women, again, it seems like we are struggling in this area of being, I guess, supportive to a man. And if I could just share a little bit about like me and my husband or whatever the case is, like every now and then he'll come and he'll basically share with me like if he feels a way about like, because I mean the one thing I can say about him, and I know I said it on social media this morning, but like he's definitely the type of gentleman that like is sacrificing obviously his own, like he has this strong desire to be in software development, but until he gets into software development he is quote unquote I believe sacrificing by doing this insurance adjusting job. It's not something he wants to do, it's not his calling, it's not he don't enjoy it fully but he is sacrificing, right, and doing it for our household, you know what I'm saying, and I'm grateful for it. But I'm also praying and cheering him on to prayerfully get into the position that he's really truly created to do and be and all that. But again, until then, I'm appreciative that he is the type of gentleman that was willing to, work and whatnot and things like that. So basically, every now and then, I know he comes and talks to me, and and I'm trying to encourage him, obviously, to keep going for his actual dream. But then at the same time, too, also just cheering him on, letting him know that I appreciate what he's doing right now, even though he's not in his actual dream. What's wrong with doing that? Like, I know we as women, we kind of struggle with this idea, but it's like, I think we understand and appreciate these things when it comes to us, right? Like if because he's been there to encourage and inspire me as well. I just told y'all last week that like he basically was encouraging me when I was like wrestling with whether I should talk about a subject or not and whatnot. He was encouraging me as well. It's like we've been there for each other, so it's okay to be there and be that safe space for your spouse. I know it's hard in the dating and sometimes you do that for people and they take advantage of it and it's, you know what I mean? And things like that. I get all of that, but for the right person, right, it's going to be greatly appreciated. So don't get discouraged, y'all. Don't get discouraged. Just understand that at the end of the day, being the type of woman that is supporting and encouraging, regardless, right, of what that individual will do. I know that's a whole nother thing as well, but regardless of that, it's a good character trait for you to have in general. So I hope you're encouraged and inspired by that. Let's keep going. So she's diligent, hardworking. So let's go there. Let's stop there. Because there's this narrative that there's this narrative that like a woman should be taken care of. And the man being the provider and all that, like, yeah, you know what I mean? Okay. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't work at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, the Proverbs 31 woman is making clothes. I think she's selling food. She's buying land. She's doing some type of work. You know what I'm saying? So let's not, I actually saw this yesterday. Somebody on social media was like, "Ew, I love being treated like a princess." And don't get me wrong, like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to be considered to be a little trophy wife. Like I said, tonight I want to wear my little nice dress and look, let my hair down and and feel cute or whatever, But like, why do you think that you should only? I guess it's this soft life thing that I've been hearing lately. And don't get me wrong, like, yeah, I want to, go on a vacation and do, soft life too. Let's do brunch or whatever. But at the same time, be willing to put in some type of work. And if you are blessed to be a housewife or whatever case is, then I guess that's your job, Now, if you're not blessed and you got other jobs or whatever case may be, then, do all of that. But just something to think about. Just something to think about. So basically, she's hardworking. Okay, she's not just lounging and eating grapes. You know what I mean? She's working. Anywho, it says she carefully manages her household. Now, I will say it did seem like she had some handmaids. I'm just saying. So if I had some, I truly would manage the household a little better. This is an area I could probably improve in. But she is managing her household. She's building her home as well. She's not tearing it down. You know what I was thinking about when I was writing that down this morning and acknowledged in that part? It's not even just, I think, the quote unquote homemaking part. It's the, ooh, this might be pulp, but here it is. It's like the stuff again. Okay, here's an example. So I'm talking to my husband the other day, and this is before the blessing came through, okay? And we're talking about our son's birthday, and he's like, "Oh, the money, da 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 da." And I'm like, you know, he was in the mood and tude about it or whatever. Not mad, but like just like, oh, this might not be the best time talking to me about that, or whatever. And I know the next day he seemed more at ease about everything. But basically, he was letting me know in the moment he thought that maybe some things might have been overboard or whatever the case may be. Now, I think tearing down my household in that moment would have been to be combative with him, to be like, I'm doing it anyway, to be like, I'm going to spend all our money on a birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But people do that. That is people's reactions to things like that. Instead of, right, what I ended up doing was like, I talked to, y'all know my brother from another mother. He's like my financial advisor and whatnot too. So I'm just kind of thinking about ideas. And again, this was before the blessing came through with the gig. But I was thinking, I was like, okay, with what I currently have, you know, basically talking through it and trying to figure out like other ways to make things happen without going overboard. And that's the thing, like, so build your house and not tear your house down. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to give examples of what this looks like practically. Like, because, you know, when you hear that, you just probably just think, oh, you know, the household or something like that. But no, you could be spiritually tearing down your house with the way you treat the man, respond to him, and all this type of stuff. So just, I mean, things to think about. Just some things to think about. Let me just look at this real quick, because I believe I might have to just rebuke the enemy in this season, and that's what I got to do at this moment, because I don't know who Leon Martin is, but you're rebuked in Jesus' name. Unfortunately, I hate that I had to do that on this recordings, but you know, this ain't what that is, whatever that is, those comments, and I'm not going to put them on display for everybody else to see. So anyway, so moving on. So basically, what else? So I just said that. She's intelligent, capable, y'all. I mean, this is what a virtuous woman looks like. This is the type of woman that should be made a wife. This is the type of woman that we should aspire to be. Am I all of those things all the time? Probably not. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's room for improvement for myself and things of that nature. But, you know, let us do our best to one, be more like Christ, but then also be more like this type of woman. For those that are women, again, and those that are gentlemen, try to look for this type of woman, things of that nature. And I mean, this is ultimately the juice this morning, y'all. More precious than rubies. I guess the question is today: Are you right? And or is she right? Depending on who you are in this conversation. But yeah, that's the juice, y'all. That's the juice. Now, listen. The Bible verse of today is Proverbs 27:4. It says, by humility and the fear of the Lord are riches and honor and life. Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspirational juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all on Monday, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye.
Everyone is stuck at home, but life is still happening around us every day. Birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, and celebrations. Send your friends and family the gift of wine from the comforts of home. Wine shop at home with Miracle of Wine. Wine, gift baskets, wine accessories, and more at miracleofwine.com.